guys, Kev here, and I have an unboxing to do for you. So this package comes by way of Fidget House. So this is going to be another fidget item. I'm going to unbox it here with my custom Tough Knives reset. It's my left-handed reset here. Absolutely love this knife in Nitro V steel. And my address is on the other side. That's why I did not show you the other side, if you're wondering. So this is a fidget toy, and there's no card or anything in the box from Fidget House, so I can't show you their information, but I can now tell you, this is my first order from them, I can now tell you that they deliver pretty quickly. It looks like it's shipped from the US. I'm not positive, but I ordered it a week ago and it got here, so it's not terrible. And I think they gave me tracking same day. They have some items on the website. It's pretty low stock. There's only like 1 or 2 things in stock right now. The fidget world is much like the knife world, where, you know, a product drops and they sell through pretty quickly, and then it seems they're gone unless another run is done, and then you got to get them on the secondary in Facebook groups, right? So kind of the same situation as knives, but let's get into it. So here we go. Black Mirror Designs. This is a company that I'm very interested in. I picked this up the first day I got into fidgets. I was really just cranked up about it after I got my billet spin coin, and I ordered a few things. And the first one to show up was this here Emo's Milk, which is a milk lid haptic coin. Fantastic. Then just yesterday, the Mackie CP3 showed up. Turns out this, I believe, is a sort of limited version or a collaboration version. I think it's called the Find Your Trail. I'm not sure. It says ATS on it. This is number 138 of 150, and I absolutely love this product. But this was something different. It's kind of like a spinner thing, but it's on a bolt, obviously. And Black Mirror Designs is a company I'm interested in because they make one called the Dial, and I am so dialed up about it. But this is the bolt. So this is in titanium, and essentially it's a bolt that is on a, or a nut that's on a bolt, and I guess it spins around. I'm not sure how it works yet. We have a tool here, so it looks like we have something to take it apart. We have a card here, or a sticker. There we go. It says Bolt Titanium number 5. So there you go. They have a WeChat. I might need to get on WeChat. It might be the easiest way to contact makers in the fidget world, at least the ones over in China. So looks like I got to cut into here. So let me grab the Pena Knives X Series Bravo. I want to just cut right here, so that's what I'll do. It's vacuum sealed, obviously. So let's see if we can get this guy out, and we'll see what's going on here. So let's put this here. And it comes in this cool, it's a cheap version of a Pelican case. I mean, you can tell it's very chintzy, but it's, you know, good enough for what we got here. Here's the tool. And just pretty straightforward. And let's take a look at this guy. So it is a bolt, and what I was wondering was, is it actually going to spin up and off? Is that like the whole point of it, or is it just kind of bolted on? And that's what it is. It's a fidget spinner, and it's just kind of bolted on. It's not going to actually come off. Like, it just looks like a bolt, if that makes sense. And I'm guessing you can unscrew this, which might be why there's tools. I don't know if I'm screwing anything. It's hard to tell because I'm holding on to a, you know, circular item there. The spinner on it, pretty good. I mean, it's still going there. Now, when I got this, I didn't know exactly what it was, and I had just gotten into it. So I honestly didn't know it was just a fidget spinner, and I'm not really a spinner guy. So, you know, that's on me, but I kind of want to see what the deal is with this key here, because it looks like we can take it apart. So if that helps anybody, it does answer that question. It does not spin off. It doesn't just spin off and spin back on. That's not how it works. It's just a spinner that looks like a bolt. And it looks like this here is actually a lid of some sort, but I don't know where this would go. Not there. Not there. So we've got a little bit of movement, but not much. And that could be from what I did. So you can also obviously hold this and spin the bolt around instead of the nut, which is cool. Wondering if there's like, I was thinking I could just unscrew these, you know, but I don't feel anything moving. I think that's just a mirage, so to speak. Whoops. Yeah, I don't feel anything tightening or loosening. I just don't see a place. Like, I don't want to pry something up. I don't see a place to put them in here. I don't see a spot for this, is kind of what I'm getting at. So I think I'm just going to not worry about it for now. But here you go. You have a sort of nut design on top. You have this guy on the top here. I don't know if that's the black mirror logo. And then you kind of just have the bolt in the center. It's very silent. Can't hear it at all, honestly. And yeah, it spins. So what you can do is kind of spin it with your ring finger like this, and it actually works really well. The problem I have with other spinners, I'll show you some that I have. Just grab some items I have here for comparison as well. So let's do it this way. It's still going, so the spinner's good there. So let's do size comparisons, and then we'll get to the spinners, all right? So we have this Riot-made Liang Ma spinner. And then we have this spinner. I don't know what this is called. I got it in a Going Gear box. So those are the two spinners I have. Then we have the Gambit coin here from Billet Spin, so it can maybe give you an idea size-wise. Then here's the Mackie Studio CP3 in this sort of darkened stainless steel. Then we have the Emo's milk lid right there. That's a really good size comparison. They are pretty much the same width or diameter, but obviously it's going to be a little bit different in terms of the size height-wise, because this is a little bit of a different product. Then we have the Magnus Sliders. We have here the, I believe this is the Ridge, or not sure which one it is. I don't think it's the Toad X, because I don't know. I could be wrong. And this is the Crab. So hopefully that helps you guys understand if you're into these things and have some. But let's talk about these fidget spinners, right? So my issue with the spinners so far is this one's really good. This one's made by Riot Knives. They make knives. They actually made this knife, the Peña knife. But so they did a really good job with the bearing and all that stuff. The construction is good. It's not wobbly. That's the worst thing with a spinner, is when it's like super wobbly. Now, I don't know much about spinners, so I'm not an expert in how you're supposed to use them, but I kind of like that you can put it on your finger like this. I'm sure people do tricks where they toss them around. I can't do any of that. But what I don't love is that it's kind of hard for me to keep it going. See that? I'm sure I'd learn, but like, so it's, I don't know. I can do this kind of, and on this one, it's just big, right? So I kind of feel like it's a two-hander. I can't, like, I can try to do this, but I'll always kind of nick it on the way, right? This guy's kind of small. So it's a little bit different. I guess you could kind of balance it on your finger like that. Didn't work too well. Maybe this one. I don't know. But in this case, I can kind of get behind it with my ring finger, I feel like, and just kind of give it a little flicky. And I can kind of just keep it going. Whoops. I don't know. I just feel like because of the size being a little bit smaller, I can access it a little better without feeling like I'm going to knock it out of track, right? Because I feel like the point of the spinner in terms of fidgeting is it's satisfying to be holding it while it's spinning, looking at it, just feeling it spin, and then you can keep it going. But I always struggle to keep them going because I kind of get in the way. But this, I don't feel that way. I just feel like I'm nailing it every time, so to speak. So that's my thoughts on that. I think it's cool. If I had known it was just a spinner, I probably wouldn't have ordered it. This was, I think, $144, so not cheap by any means, but it's titanium. It's really nicely done. You can kind of one-hand it really easily. You can use a couple fingers like this. I don't know what else you could do with it other than spin it, so that's kind of the downside here. It would have been cool to be able to take it apart. I think that's just me being dumb and not knowing how. There must be a way. I don't know if you can pull it. Oh, oh, got it. So it's on with an O-ring. Idiot. And then this is actually, I think, yep, slots in like this, I think. And then you can take your bearing out. Is that what that's for? See how this fits kind of like right in there? It's not perfect, honestly. Maybe I'm supposed to do it sideways. No. I don't know. I don't really feel the need. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's even cooler, guys. So now it's a ring spinner, which is a thing I've heard about. Again, I don't own any of this stuff because I'm not a big spinner guy, and I just got into fidgeting. But this is cool. It's a ring spinner now. Now it's making a little bit of sound. And then you have your bolt here with the O-rings. And I think that's just one piece. That's it. You can't take this apart or anything. It does look cool. And there's your number 5. So we can zoom in on that. Number 5 there. Here's the bolt. There's your O-rings. So when you put this back on, I think you put it on this way, right? I don't know if it matters, but this is how it was. Oh yeah, it just slides back on. There she goes again. And I guess you could, let's just try it. Can you put it on this way? See, that way it just fell down a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, you can put it on the other way if you want. It works either way, honestly. I almost feel like it was supposed to be put on the other way. But anyway, I think this goes in there so you can turn that. And then I'm guessing, this is so cool. I love these little gizmos and things. I'm guessing that's how you can open this up, right? And take your bearing out. This is like a retainer for your bearing. Let's see if I can get it to undo. There we go. I think I got it. Trying to be careful here. What I'm worried about is that it's going to be loose bearings. It seems pretty easy. It's just that the key is not a great size, honestly. It doesn't quite fit in there, so I'm just being super careful. So you see how that's coming out a little bit? Let's just see. I just love the mechanics of all this stuff. I don't want to mess it up, so I'm trying to be careful too. So there's that. Let's see if we can zoom in. And then I'm guessing this is going to come out. Okay. So it's just a simple bearing like this. Look at that. Now I have an actual ring spinner. How cool is that? So technically you could turn this into a few different things if you wanted to. So anyway, to get it back together, I suppose you just drop it in like this. Now, does it have to go in that way? Because either way you can see the bearings, but I thought it was weird that you could see them really well. Okay, so let's put that back in. And then this retainer goes in. Let's make sure I get it in right. Yep. It's so funny because it's a nut and bolt, and this is basically the same thing right here. Oh, look at that. You can just grab one side. So, can I just don't see. So I think I was only supposed to use it on one side. Like you just stick one of these in a side? No. I don't know. Trying to be careful here. I think that's tight. And we're back to our normal spinner. Sorry. There we go. And then we want to put it back on. Just slide it back on here. Pop it on the O-rings, and we're good to go. Whoa, can you do that too? Can you get it to walk around the room? Oh, did you see that? That's cool. Whoa. Sorry, I know, I'm a child. But you can also spin the bolt. I mean, you have a lot of cool things you can do. You can just lay it down and spin it. That's one thing I never noticed about this, is you can just put it on the table. You just put your finger in the center and spin, right? You can do it with any of them. And yes, I've tried to like put them together like gears, and no, it doesn't work. But my problem with this one right here is it's rocky. It's very jittery, so to speak. It moves back and forth a lot. So it's a little bit awkward to hold because you're like, and it kind of wants to move on you. It's still good, but we can see here. Now, I don't know if it's because of the bearing. We can look inside on this Riot one. I'll show you all of them, actually, if you want to see the insides. See what the bearing looks like. This one's sporting this kind of bearing right here. And I don't think I can get that one out. But it kind of negates the spinner part. So anyway, it has that type of bearing in it and sort of a pivot situation through the center. It's an interesting setup, and I suppose this is doing the same thing. It's just a bit bigger, and it doesn't have the same thing on each side, and then it doesn't have wings, right? It just has a nut. This one here just has loose bearings in it, which I think is accounting for why it's a little bit awkward, because it doesn't have the same kind of situation going on. There's just loose bearings in there, and they're not really, I don't know, it just doesn't seem like there's enough or anything. It's just it's a bit of a cheaper product. I mean, that's obvious, right? I got it as like a throw-in on a Going Gear box. I think it was supposed to be like a $25 value or something. You know, these I think go for, I don't know, I think they were going for like $80 or something when Leon Ma was originally having these made. You can still find them at some places for sale, but it was something like that price. And this thing works really well, and I'm wondering if the difference is the wings. So let's get them all going, and I'll wrap this up after that. So try to do as fast as I can. And we'll see. This one probably is going to last the longest because it just, for some reason, is amazing on that bearing in there from Riot. And they do amazing. Okay, sorry, I got distracted, or I got interrupted. So let's get these going again. And again, I think this one, because they make amazing knives, they know what they're doing, right? And this is a different type of bearing, but their build quality is really good. I think because of the wings on it, it's going to go longer than the Bolt here from BM or Black Mirror. I think that one might be the one that lasts the least, even though this one is cheaper. I think it just, because it has wingspan, is going to last a little longer. But we're going to see here. This one's still going. We are coming to an end here on all of them, honestly. Okay. Wow. They all basically ended at the same time. But this one was the last one to get the kick. So I think that one's probably the least. But they're all right there. And I'm guessing, again, it has something to do with the fact that this doesn't have any wings on it. Wouldn't that give it more, you know, aerodynamic or whatever? I don't know what I'm trying to say. Also, I think when I was spinning it earlier, I was doing it like this, and maybe that negates it a little bit too. It spins better just sitting down, where maybe these, because they're kind of meant to be sideways, spin a little better. I don't know. I don't know the answers, people. I'm just here to check this stuff out and give my opinion. So I'm actually glad I picked this up. At first, I was kind of like, ugh, I got a spinner on accident. But just the construction of these products from all of these companies that are doing this fidget stuff, the higher end stuff like Loudy, ACEDC, Black Mirror Designs, Mackie, you know, the list goes on. It really intrigues me. It gets that part of me, the not engineering. I'm not very good at that, but you get what I mean. I'm the same way with knives. I want to take them apart and see what's inside, see how they work. And it seems like just like on some knife companies, just like that, they kind of want you to do that here, right? They're providing you a tool, you know, granted, not a great one, I think, because it just didn't seem to work well. But maybe I was doing it wrong. Again, I'm pretty new to this. But they want you to be able to take care of your product, you know. The only other thing I'd ask is, you know, it would have been cool to have an extra bearing in case something happens, but maybe they have confidence in how this bearing will hold up. And it doesn't seem like the type of bearing that's going to need oil or replacing, because it's kind of in a wheel. It's one of those type bearings like on a skateboard. So anyway, that's it, guys. I really appreciate you checking it out with me. I apologize for the sort of interruptions there. That's but I'm glad I got to show this off, and I'm glad I got it in. It's just a unique piece. Truly, it's interesting, and it's really, really cool. I'm excited. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Are you getting into this stuff at all as I get into it? I know it's a little bit different for you guys. A lot of you that watch my channel, this is new stuff. But, you know, I think it's super interesting. So I'm going to keep checking it out along with the knives. So let me know what you think in the comments. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button if you like the video. Hit that notification bell if you want to know every time I post, which is a lot. And I love you guys. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. And I will catch you later.